So welcome back to the Legend of Scott. Scott, we are, I believe, advancing week. Yep, we already played the New Orleans Saints. But things are turning up. We did lose that one game last time out to the Buffalo Bills. And early on here in this go in Superstar mode, we've been called out by a star player. Please at least let it be Sauce Gardner or somebody important for the Jets. Their defense thinks they got this in the bag this week, huh? Who done it? Quinnen Williams. Okay, I mean, yeah, at least it's a good player. So I'm not really sure what happened when it came to our jersey combination. Scott's in red for whatever reason. As we take on Tua Tagovailoa, or I guess maybe it might be Talia, I don't know, and the New York Jets. Scott on play action, just gonna try and dump that off to Durham, and that's incomplete. Well, we broke tendency, passed on the first play of the game, and it didn't really work out all that well. So we'll see what Rachaad White can get us here on second down. White, not much. Yeah, to a division rival, no less. Makes him New York's problem, not yours. 3rd and 8. This Jets defense with a hot start. Chris Godwin could be a good option here on the play, and I think he's going to be. We find him. Godwin's got it across the 50. Still going, and inside the 20-yard line to the 16. There we go. Tampa needed a play, and we got one. To the 16-yard line. Here's Rachaad White. Good block by the guard. Rachaad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Let's slap the Jets in the face out of nowhere. Touchdown, Rachaad White. So the Jets and Tua did nothing offensively on their drive. It's 7-0 Tampa Bay. Bucs pinned back deep in their own territory. Gonna look in the direction of Chris Godwin, who possession caught that. For whatever reason, looked like he had room to run. 9-yard gain out to the 16-yard line. Bucs have a little bit of space. 3 tight ends to the left side of the formation, and Rachaad White will run over there. Well, he won't get much, but he will pick up the first.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Counting down toward the midway point in corner.
White on the handoff again. Dancing around, all for 2 yards. All right, well, if Rashaad's not going to do it for us here today, a little bit of an interesting start. He broke one nice run on the touchdown. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle and incomplete. Tried to find Trey Palmer. It's 3rd down from the 20. Not my favorite play in the world. But we'll see if we can make something happen here on it. Looking for a shot. He's got it, but he does not have the first down. Tackled a yard shy by C.J. Mosley. Bucs will punt. Well, the Jets' offense continues to do nothing, which is good because we didn't do much on our last drive. Here's White. Broke a tackle, all to pick up 2 more. 5 carries, 24 yards. It could be a worse stat line. I guess there's that. 2nd and 8, Evans or Godwin, probably really good options here on the play. I'm going in the direction of Mike Evans. That's on Sauce Gardner, and Evans just shrugs him off. Mike Evans still on his feet and crossing the 50 before he's brought down by C.J. Mosley and Quinnen Williams, who called us out before the start of the game, heads to the sideline with an injury. Mike Evans being good. Really tried to get him the ball a little bit more here in our last 2-3 games. We can't give up on the run. There's a flag down. I figured there was only one thing this could be. Holding on Luke Godke.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game.
So 1st and 20 now. We'll give White 1 carry here, and he didn't do much with it. So 2nd down and 17 now.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Evans probably not going to be a great option here. Let's see where Gardner goes. Payne Durham motions out. Scott on the run. Holy Scott! We will, well, at least attempt to slide down. The lack of a slide actually picked up a first down for us. To the 36-yard line. Now, we don't use the legs of Scott very often. Here's Rachaad White again, and there's a negative run again. Not a very fine game in the running department here. 2nd and 11, play action for Scott. Has plenty of time to find. I think that's Godwin. It is! Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Deep one on the play action. They leave Godwin alone. Bucks rolling. 14, or hopefully 14-0. Minute and 20 to go before halftime. 2 timeouts for Tampa Bay. Only problem is it's from our own 10. That play broke down when our receivers ran into either defenders or each other. Only lost 3 seconds. Paying attention to the safety on the left side. And he comes over to the middle of the field. We're going to launch a deep ball up to Mike Evans. See if he can come down with it. No. Swatted away downfield. When did Lenore become a Jet? Okay. Must have signed him in free agency. I had called a run, but I think we still do try and throw this ball. We don't want the Jets to have any chances at this, and Chris Godwin's got a first down. 1 minute to go, and Scott and the Buccaneers will hurry to the line, which was a little pointless because now we're changing the play up. 40 seconds to go. Evans finally comes set. Scott rolls out. Going to launch a deep one in the direction of Cade Otton, and it's spiked to the ground. 32 seconds, 2 timeouts. Trey Palmer, the speedster, could be a really nice option here on the play if we get the time. Ball is off. Palmer's got it! To the 15-yard line, timeout, Buccaneers. Sauce Gardner's really good, but compared to the speed of Trey Palmer, I mean, what do you do? 22 seconds. We do have 1 timeout, so we can afford maybe 1 mistake here. Yeah, there's the mistake. That's caught inbounds. We're going to have to burn that timeout now. Hopefully Todd Bowles gives us a few more chances to throw this to the end zone. From the 12-yard line, last thing we can do, though, is take a sack. Going to go out wide. Cade Otton, he caught it to the 7. 3rd down and 1. Please, Todd Bowles. Okay. We'll have at least 1 shot to throw this to the end zone. Otton's really the only route that gets us there. They're sending pressure, looking for Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay, with 9 seconds to go in the half. Bucks up big. It's 21-0. That be to score. 21-0 Tampa Bay. Scott on play action. Uh-oh, boy. That might be roughing. No, it's intentional grounding. We didn't get out of the pocket. So make it 2nd and 20. 10-yard penalty and a loss of down. 226 yards on 10 completions, 2 touchdowns for Scott in the game. Here's Rachaad White, and his miserable game continues. Well, we'll see. 3rd and 20. Cade Otton is wide open on the play. What the fuck are the Jets doing? Out to the 39-yard line. first down Tampa Bay. Injury on the Jets defense as it gets worse. Worse and worse and worse. Now we're going to look for Mike Evans here on this play. Defense kind of bounced around there. Evans is going to be open again. He's got it, and he's around Sauce Gardner. Mike Evans inside the 10 to the 1-yard line. What a game for Scott, and with the yardage being what it is, and the game being really comfortable right now, I feel like the smartest thing to do is to try and go for that 450-yard goal and keep airing this thing out. We'll give a touchdown, his second of the game, to Rachaad White.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved.
Shaping up potentially to be one of the games of Scott's career. It continues to go really poorly for the Jets offense. Not been a game to remember for them. We're going to lob one up to Trey Palmer again. Sauce Gardner in coverage, and that's incomplete. Not going to complete every single one of those deep shots, that's for sure.
Absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play.
So second down. I'm a little bit worried about this route here for Evans. Scott back to the line of scrimmage. It's third down. Well, in the pursuit of yards, we're going to snap this football. Scott finds a man. Evans, it'll be 4th and 2. Buccaneers to punt as the fourth quarter will start. 28-0 Tampa Bay. Well, Jets struck for a touchdown in a roundabout in a minute and a half. But we are still trying to air out the ball. Thrown downfield and caught by Chris Godwin. 138 yards for Godwin here today. As we are pretty much just stat padding, trying to work quickly. I mean, it's still going to be a real tough battle to get to 450 yards with 7-minute quarters here. But we're certainly going to try. Evans could be one-on-one on the play. Maybe Godwin, we'll see. Downfield, incomplete. Had to go to Godwin, it's 3rd and 5. Under center, and it's not exactly ideal. Jets back off over the middle. Palmer had to come back to it. It's 4th down. Oh, well, Todd Bowles going to let us go for it, so I guess we're going to trust Rachaad White to pick up 1 yard. That was a good decision. First down to the 16.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
348 yards on 16 completions, and I don't know what happened there. Godwin was going to be wide open on the play.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Make it 2nd and 5. It's pretty much going to take scoring here, and then, I don't know, getting pinned back deep and maybe having a chance at just completing a deep ball. I have no idea. We're going to need, like, I don't even know. About a 90-yard score. 90 passing yards to get that goal for us. Touchdown Tampa Bay, Rachaad White's 3rd. A 450-yard passing game is dead. It's 35-7, and we have the ball at the 45-yard line. So we're just going to run this ball with Rachaad White and be happy that we won in blowout fashion and hopefully regroup on the 450 passing yards another time. So we are on the road against the New Orleans Saints, who, in the 2 games that have passed since we played them, they are still winless. Scott, lob one up. Trey Palmer, it's underthrown and incomplete. We are probably going to try the same thing that we did against New Orleans the last time out, and that is just literally hunt for passing yards. We'll look in the direction of Cade Otton, who somehow manifests his way out wide for a first down. We have an injury on the offensive line, which is never good to see. Cody Mach. So it's going to be a rough day to be Rachaad White. Safe to say. Scott tried to find Trey Palmer, hit as he fires, and that's an interception. Palmer was going to be so open. Fuck. All right, so first down from the 30. New Orleans did pay that turnover off and leads 7-0. He's going to dump that short. Cade Otton. He'll pick up a couple. 8 yards on the play. We have another injury to the offensive line. Maybe this plan of trying to rack up a whole bunch of passing yards is maybe not the best plan today. Cade Otton gonna motion. Will we have the time? Gonna loop that over to Evans, and oh my God! Okay, so airing it out deep ain't gonna work here today. 2 interceptions for Scott, and both are what I just talked about. I mean, we got hit on the first one. This one's just a tip ball, and in comes a diving Tyrann Mathieu. Well, maybe it won't be a bad day to be Rachaad White. Ooh, hey, we got the ball actually right at the edge of the red zone, and here's Rachaad for 6. His first carry of the game comes pretty late here in quarter number 1. Stat padding ain't gonna work when all we're doing is throwing picks. White on the counter. Popped. 3rd and 2. New Orleans, of course, hungry for their first win on the year. They certainly love for it to be against the divisional opponent. Here's White, pick up the first down, and score! Touchdown, Tampa Bay, Rachaad White. That's some of the best vision I've seen from White this season. Found the lane. Good block on that play. I'm not sure who the tight end was. Actually, it wasn't a tight end. It was one of our guards. Tampa Bay back with the football inside our own 10. Rachaad White on the run. Escaping, no. No gain on the play. It will stay at the 8-yard line. See if New Orleans wants to bring a little bit of pressure. No. They split everybody out wide. Scott throws. Not a great ball. Mike Evans laid out for that. And I really couldn't tell you why. It's 3rd down. Evans getting sent. 3rd and 10. On the drag. That's Palmer. It will not be a first down. A 6-yard gain on the play. Tampa Bay will punt. And a tie game with 4 minutes to go in this first half. Well, we got the ball back pretty quickly. And not only that, in the red zone. Bad teams turn the ball over in their own red zone. Here's Rachaad White. Big hole inside the 5 to the 3. Rachaad White, just a red zone monster, apparently. 1st and goal. We're going to try and fire it into the end zone, and that's going to be a sack. Every time we drop back to pass in this game, New Orleans is pulling something out of their ass. To make it 2nd and goal from the 11. White will motion out wide. It's man coverage over the middle. That's Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. All right, so that's a little better. Nice rebound after the sack. And Tampa Bay is back in the end zone and looking pretty good to lead at halftime. All right. Well, we get the ball back, 47 seconds to go, 2 timeouts, but at our own 5. Rachaad White over the middle. He's got a first down. Have to burn a timeout already. But we do get some space from the end zone, and now we can try and push this ball downfield. Hopefully this works out. Now, Faulkner is in the game where I would really love, say, Chris Godwin to be, but because Faulkner's in the game, that does make me question the health of Chris Godwin, as we're lucky we didn't just throw interception number 3, as that was yet another tip ball. 2nd and 10. Double move for Mike Evans. And we're going down. 3rd and 17, Saints timeout. Not much of a choice, at least in my mind, that we're at least going to try and throw for this. Scott, plenty of time. Palmer might be open. He's got it! Trey Palmer! I don't think you're catching him! 88 yards to Trey Palmer on 3rd and long. So the bad day to be Rachaad White might be back on. Trying to throw. We've got a man. We've got a block. Mike Evans crossing the 50 and down to the 40. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Scott in this game. Couple of funky interceptions. Trey Palmer will motion. I really do think that that's gonna be. What the fuck? Really? Marshawn Lattimore just whoop. Mine. Interception number 3 for Scott. We're trying way too hard just to chase a fucking number that only matters in the way of XP. Well, the good news for us is New Orleans is ass. 2:04 to go 3rd quarter, and we're just going to settle into a normal game now. We're a little bit doomed here, getting pinned back deep in our own territory again. We'll hand off to Rachaad White yet again on 2nd and 9, and once again, he's not getting much. White has not had a good couple games here. 3rd down and 9 from our own 7. On the drag. If you cut this upfield, it'll be a 1st down. Palmer's got it out past the 20. I guess the one plus that we can think of is that at least we've thrown 2 touchdowns, so the TD to interception ratio isn't going to take that much of a hit, at least right now. We just got to try and get that ball away. It is caught by Cade Otton. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But it's a 1st down to the 42. That is where the 4th quarter will start. 9 of 15 with 3 interceptions for Scott. 4th quarter begins. It is Bucs ball. 21-10, Tampa Bay. Rachaad White. That was a big hole, but just weird hesitation there on the play. Means it's only a 5-yard gain. Truth be told, we could be in shoe clock, probably kill off the rest of this game. Rachaad White, 1st down, bust through, and down at the 38-yard line on his 9th carry. Well, don't mind if I do. Let's see if we can find Cade Otton on the play. One linebacker over the middle. Otton. Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? Jordan Howden. This is just one of those games where Madden says, it don't matter, you're turning the ball over a boatload of times. We just need this game to end in the worst possible way. 4 turnovers for Scott. Here's Rachaad White. He's got 9. Happy to be happy, or tough to be happy rather, with this game. It's got me fucking frazzled. White, 1st down. If we're not in shoe clock, let's get there. Let's just end a pretty miserable effort. 21-10. I mean, New Orleans just hasn't, after the first interception, they really just haven't done anything with any of the turnovers that we've had. New Orleans will head to 0-8 inside of 240. We'll run this. Rashad bouncing it out. Rashad out of bounds. That's a choice.
Nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Clock stops. So White just to pick up the first now. He's got it.
This is White, and they'll bring him down.
Now we'll finally be able to run this down to the 2-minute warning.
Gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be
And happy to do so.
throughout this game. They've been satisfied with
I mean, man, we were playing good ball and throwing the ball really well, and then
turn to, and it doesn't
the
matter.
0-7 New Orleans Saints
They've got the confidence.
give us one of our worst games of the season. In fact, the worst game of the season.
Contact necessary at this stage.
White no gain, timeout New Orleans.
And now we'll see a timeout used.
They aren't ready to give it up.
Stop it right out of the break with
White doesn't
1:57
pick
to
something
go.
up here on this play. We're probably going to have to throw the ball on third down, and Rashad White is going nowhere. Kool-Aid McKinstry right there.
Around the 13. Now we'll get a quick
So
timeout called by New
we'll hope that this is the final throw of the game for Scott, because in theory, we pick up a first and a touchdown. And it's Cade Otton. Close, first and goal.
Now the Saints
Timeout New Orleans.
final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to
You know what?
there after giving up the first down.
See if we can find a play that's going to score a touchdown.
Nice. This is first and goal.
Help that TD to interception ratio here a little bit. First and goal.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
I guess we're just going to run it in. How about a rare rushing touchdown for Scott? I don't think that really helps what I was trying to do, but it will help ice this game. New Orleans was on a drive there at the very end of the game, but they were unable to score even one touchdown to try and feel a little bit better about it.
You know all teams stress.
Game to forget for Scott, despite the stat line. What it doesn't show you, 4
Against the grain like the one we saw
interceptions.